How many times have you done an open house and you thought you prepared for it and you've had quite a few people come through? Most of them have told you they're working with an agent, so you didn't get anybody to work with you. You weren't able to convert anybody. And that's 3 hours of your time that you have spent, and it was unproductive and not successful. I want to share with you some ideas that will help you have successful open houses and convert almost everyone that comes through your house to work with you. That's the most important part. And I would say I've been doing open houses forever. I have had a lot of people come through my open houses, and I know that about 90% of the people that come through my open houses end up working with me. And they've seen the value, and I didn't have to high pressure them. I didn't have to do a sales gimmick. I didn't even have to have them sign the registry to, for security reasons, or if you're telling them that your seller wants you to have them sign it. I didn't have to use any of those tactics. But by the end of the open house, I had a lot of new contacts that I was going to be working with. And some were even future sellers who just happen to come through the open house because they're checking agents out and seeing who's out there and what they're doing at their open houses, and they're trying to find an agent. So to have an open house, a successful open house, you want to listen to some of the things that I have done in the past that you should, and maybe you are doing, but you should do all of them to make sure that you have a successful open house. So let's start here. Your open house starts with preparing for it a week before you're going to do the open house. So what I would do was go to the MLS in the tax record and pull all of the names and addresses of everyone that lives in the surrounding area of where I'm doing the open house. You always get that one nosy neighbor that's going to come through anyway. Why not just invite them? You don't know who they may know that might be thinking about buying in the area, and this gives them a chance to see what the house looks like and who they might think about. Or they could be future sellers, so you want to make sure that you want to embrace it. You want them to come to your open house, and you want to let them know what you do at an open house and what you do for your clients who end up working with you. So that's the first thing. I pull those names and addresses, and then I send a postcard inviting every one of them to come to my open house with the date and the time that it's going to be. And really, again, you're welcoming them into your open house. That's number one. Then you want to make sure that you're putting ads. You're going to put it in the MLS, of course, that you're holding an open house this day and this time. And then you want to talk about, where else? Newspapers. If your company does newspaper ads, make sure you're getting a spot in the newspaper ad. If you have your own Facebook business page, which if you don't, you should, get it on your Facebook business page, and maybe even take out some ads, either just touch ads, or oh my gosh, what do they call them? Touch ads and embrace ads, or connect ads, so that your touch ads are only getting out there to every possibility. And embrace, you want engage ads, engage ads, so that you're engaging with people who might be interested in coming to that open house. And so I might spend $5 a day, which is nothing if you end up, number one, with a sale on your property, or number two, getting a lot of people through your open house so that you can convert them. So I will do ads the week before, 5 days before the open house on my Facebook page, paid ads. But I also take ads and put them on my other social media, your Twitter page and your YouTube page and Instagram, making sure that you are letting everybody possible out there that would want to come to that open house, that you're letting them know that you're doing it. And then I start emailing all the agents that work the area that I do, and start letting them know that I'm also doing an open house in my contact list. You may have contacts who haven't shown you that they're ready to buy, and so you don't even think about them, but they see all of a sudden that you're doing an open house, and it might just spur them to come see it and possibly buy it, because they have been thinking about it, they just haven't let you know about it yet. So the week before, you want to make sure you're getting as much information out there to every possible person that can help you through this open house, and possibly buy it from you, or start working with you because they came into your open house and you converted them. So now, the day of the open house, how are you going to prepare and get ready for this open house? And you figure out 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, or 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, whatever it is that you're doing. And I want you to think about possibly having a partner with you, having another agent that will help you do this open house. One, for security purposes, but number two, you want to be able to be having conversations with people who are coming after they've come through the house, and maybe have another agent show them the house. But what I encourage you to do is make sure that you have an agreement with that agent and how they're working this open house with you is going to work. You might want to have all of the clients or possible customers coming through to work only with you, so you're going to pay that agent to sit the open house with you. So maybe you pay him a couple $100 or $300, whatever it takes, and get it in writing that you're paying them a flat fee, but that everybody that comes through that open house is your potential client in the future and has nothing to do with that agent. Or if you're going to 50-50, everybody that comes through, or 60-40, whatever that agreement is, make sure you have it in writing so there's no possibility of a misunderstanding in the future that all of a sudden you've got a buyer that comes through, wants to write an offer with you on that house, and now you've got another agent says, wait a minute, I was with you at that time. That is part of my commission too. There's no possibility of a misunderstanding if you've been upfront and got everything in writing with that other agent. But I encourage you to, if you can, have an agent with you. So the morning of, you're getting ready to do the open house. And one of the first things I do is make sure that I have other printouts of other listings in the area that buyers might be interested in seeing too. And I usually take my tablet and I will download pictures of maybe 10 houses and just have a slideshow on my counter showing different properties in the area that the potential buyer might be interested in. And then I have printouts of those, customer copy for the person to take, but I have the agent copy so that if they want to see that house later, I let them know. I'm available. If I can get you in this house, I'd be happy to show it to you. Now you're showing value. You're taking it a step further than just sitting there, showing them the house, what it looks like, and letting them walk out without ever trying to tap in to get them to work with you. So I have prepared that. I prepared my tablet with a slideshow of properties that are going to come in. I have my signs. I've scouted out the area. I know exactly where to put the sign, so anybody in any direction is going to be able to come and find my open house easily. They're not going to get lost. So I have plenty of signs, and I always put balloons on my signs. You may or may not want that. I do anything I can to make me stand out a little bit more than maybe 4 other agents that might be doing open houses in the area. So I put balloons on them. I have the time of the open house, so there's no misunderstanding about when I'm holding the open house. Now I'm ready to go. I put my open house signs out. I get to the house, and of course, you're turning all the lights on. And depending on your personal taste, I have a vanilla candle. I might put that on. I'm not sure. But what I do in addition to that is I have a jar that is filled with Monopoly houses. You've seen them. You probably played Monopoly a million times. And so I use the red and blue ones, but you can buy them by bulk and just go in there, and it's filled with these colored open houses. So I'm doing a raffle. So I don't have to have a registry for them to sign in. I don't have to encourage them to sign in. They're going to want to be part of this raffle because I'm giving away a $100 gift certificate. It could be to a local restaurant that everybody loves. It could be to Menards. It could be to, Amazon, whatever it is that you like. But people love to win raffles. And I have 2x3-inch cards, pre-printed. All they have to do is fill out their name, address, and phone number, and the number that they are guessing, the number of houses in that jar. And I always send, it also says on there, winner need not be present. And I always make sure that they understand they don't have to stick around. If they want to, they're more than welcome. They don't have to stick around for the open house. I will let them know if they've won. So now I've captured their contact information, and I don't have to worry about trying to convert them, through a big sales pitch, because now I have it. And I will tell you that when I'm showing houses, prospective clients' houses, I am very excited about the house. I show a lot of the details of what it's in there. I'm trying to help them picture their stuff in this house and their family in this house. So I am trying to emotionally grab them when I'm showing them the open house and make sure that they're comfortable. We get back down to the kitchen. I usually have some kind of treat. Maybe if they have kids with them, like not candy that's going to fall and melt on the floor, but something easy that they could take with them, or some little treat for them. But then they fill out this card to enter the raffle. Now they're looking at the slideshow of the houses I have, and I talk about, these are other houses that are available in the area. I have some printouts of them if you're interested in taking a look at something else, if you're not interested in this house, and then start conversations with them, trying to engage them so that they will want to work with you. And again, you're showing value by the extra things that you're doing to attract them, to hopefully convert them. I will tell you one thing I always do. I always get permission from my seller to have the slideshow going. And they understand I'm putting in 3 hours here. I'm going to do my darndest to get somebody to write an offer right there on their house. But if I cannot, I want to be able to take advantage and try to get future buyers to work with me. And I've never, in all the years that I did this, I have never had a seller tell me, no, I'd rather that you didn't. But always make sure you get permission. And I'll also tell you that I don't ask if the buyer is working with an agent. Every person that's going to come into your open house, if you ask them, they're going to tell you they're working with an agent. They don't want you to bother them. They want to be able to go through the house. If they like it and they kind of like you, maybe they'll work with you, but they don't want to be bothered with having to sign in and have you try to convince them, that they should work with you. So they're all working with agents. And I will also tell you that if they truly are working with an agent, they're going to let you know as soon as they walk in. And their agent, if their agent was smart, has told them in advance, if you want to see an open house, you let me know first so I can let the agent know. And I would certainly honor everybody who's coming through with an agent. I would never step on toes, and I respect all of our agents to make sure that I would never hurt a relationship that I might have with another agent. But again, I don't ask them because they're all going to tell you that they have an agent. So we get to the end. Now they're filling out the information on the little card. I said, I'll let you know if you win. It's been a pleasure meeting you. If you would like to see any of these houses, stick around. I'll try to make some appointments. And if not, if there's anything I can do for you in the future, I would be happy to do that. Now that's a complete open house. Oh, and one other thing. At the end of the open house, when I am pulling the winner, I actually, if it's somebody that's not too far away, I go to their house right after the open house and deliver that gift card so that they have it in hand. And then that evening or the next morning, I send a thank you to everyone who came to my open house with the acknowledgement of who won the number of who won the raffle by naming the amount of houses in that jar to the closest number. Everybody's curious about that stuff. They want to know, I was in this contest. I don't even know if anybody won, if I won, or what happened there. I never heard afterwards. This way, number one, you're thanking them for coming to your open house. You're acknowledging who won the raffle, and you're showing the value of working with you because you are so thorough on everything you do that they're going to be so happy that they will want to work with you. I guarantee you, like I said, 90% of the people that come through my open houses who are not working with an agent, I have been able to convert. So now you've got, when you're looking at your plan for the week, and you may say, I need to add 10 new clients or 10 new contacts to my database every single week. This is a sure way to get several in that plan so that your goal is you're being met, because you've constantly got to continue to get more clients, get more contacts so that you can build your business the way you want to. If you've enjoyed this video, I would love to hear from you. Click on the like button. Go to my website, lindafogartyrealestatecoach.com page, or call me 708-275-2350 or email me at info@lindafogartyrealestatecoach.com. I'd love to hear from you. I'm doing many of these, and one of the other things, if you go on my website, I do one-on-one personal coaching. That is my passion, and I would love the opportunity. This is one little part of how I work with agents one-on-one to show them how they can build their business every day by doing something different that other agents are not doing. But this is just one little part of it. I have a lot to teach you and a lot to share with you. So I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you so very much for sticking around.